Hello and welcome to Brian Lomax's Movie Talk and some more Gotham Talk. This time we've got episode 10, Lovecraft. Yeah, wow, what a great episode. I don't think I can fault this episode actually, one bit. That's some really good stuff going on. It helps as well that we don't have either Barbara or Renee Montoya in this episode. We didn't pick up from that little nugget that was left at the cliffhanger of last episode, so I'm happy about that. No, instead we stick with Bruce, we stick with Alfred, and a bunch of hired killers come to get Selina Kyle, who is still staying at Wayne Manor. Alfred is an absolute badass throughout this episode, particularly at the start when he brings one of the assassins down and pretty much fights all three, to be honest. And he also more than proves his own against Butch Manzini. So a nice little exchange between the two of them. The thing with Alfred is he's not just someone who can physically take care of himself. He's also got the quips. He also knows how to give a good put down and be very lyrical about it. And he also is able to talk Fish Mooney down, able to talk her into giving him what he needs, what he wants. It's that kind of British eloquence that he's got, I guess. Yeah, really great character, really great performance from Sean Pertwee there. Like I say, easily my favourite character of the show. But yeah, again, Bruce and Selina, we see more of their relationship developing, and I love how honest Bruce is. You know, he says things, like he says something in particular that is a bit hurtful to Selina, but he doesn't mean it to be. He's just very analytical. He analyzes things. He's got that kind of mind, and he talks very directly. And I can easily see this guy growing up to be Batman. You know, all the kind of things that you would expect from Batman are there in a very early form, which I really love. The assassins in this is one in particular, a lady who I wouldn't be surprised if we see again, because she walks away at the end of this episode without being caught, without being killed. And she's a really good character, really good kick-ass assassin. Like I say, she fights Alfred, she fights Gordon, she takes down Gordon. She's just really cool about what she does. Very calm, very collected, and has quite a bit of charisma as well. So yeah, I like this woman. I'd like to see her again pop up in another episode at some point. This episode is written by Rebecca Dameron, and she does a fantastic job. The script is just really tight, really well polished, and yeah, every character is just spot on. Even Harvey Dent in this one is much improved from the previous episode. He's not so full on. Every character gets a nice little moment to shine, and just each individual scene is just so well crafted, I think. I mean, that's not just down to the writing, that's the actors and the direction in it. We get to see some real brutal behaviour from Falcone in this. You know, he's really desperately trying to hunt down whoever is responsible for blowing up all his money in the previous episode. And at one point during a dinner scene, he shoots one of his own men in the back of the head, and then just gives the rest of his people a bit of a talking to, and then proceeds to have dinner. Forces them to all carry on eating dinner while this guy is just sat there with a bullet in his head. So he's starting to reveal, I guess, just what it would have taken for him to get in the position he's in. Because for the most part, he's never really been like Maroney or Mooney. We've never really seen that much of that side of him, But here, absolutely, it's definitely there. This guy knows how to go to the limit when he feels it's needed. So yeah, that was quite unexpected and quite a well played scene as well. Just seeing Fish Mooney's reaction to that and just how every line of dialogue they have around each other is kind of has a double meaning to it. You know, they're pretending like they're friends, playing nice, but really underneath, there's definitely a lot of animosity there. They just can't quite come out and just say it. Of course, this episode is called Lovecraft, which is named after the character we were introduced to in the previous episode, Dick Lovecraft. They set it up to be as though he was kind of behind the Wayne murders, and we learn in this episode that he's actually not a big fish at all. He's very strictly small fry, and in this episode we see him afraid. You know, he's on the run essentially, and a really good performance, I gotta say, by the actor. His name escapes me. It's just not quite on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, the performance he gives here in his scene with Jim Gordon just before he's killed is really well done, really well acted from both of those actors. Gordon gets a really good moment in this episode actually, when he's in the mayor's office with Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent actually in that scene he does show that he's not fully on the level, you know, and it's kind of not the way I would have seen him. I'd have thought he'd have been straight down the line, kind of same as Gordon really, but it's not until like his split personality kind of starts to emerge that he would then veer towards the not so straight guy. But there are elements here in this episode where he, you know, particularly in this scene where it does seem like he is able to play the system. He's able to kind of get on board with the mayor if it helps keep him in his position, I guess. But in that scene, as I say, Gordon flat out he just tells the mayor to kiss his ass, which pretty much ends with him at the end of this episode having to work guard duty at Arkham Asylum, the newly opened Arkham Asylum. But that moment is absolutely priceless. I just love the way Gordon, it doesn't matter, if he sees someone corrupt, such as the mayor, he'll just flat out tell them, I don't like you, I think you're corrupt, I think you're a scumbag, you don't tell the truth, so I'm going to tell you the truth. Kiss my ass. So yeah, great moment from Gordon. Love this episode, absolutely fantastic. Great action, great character moments, really funny moments. You know, when they try for the humour in this, it works, it hits every time, which isn't always the case with this show. You know, sometimes the humour can feel a bit forced. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Absolutely brilliant episode. But yeah, there you go. What about you? Have you seen this episode, Lovecraft? And if so, what did you think about it? Comment below, let me know, and until next time, cracking.